Look at that. It's me, NWA World Television Champion, and the youngest one ever at that. It's crazy. Hey, buddy, what's your name?
Noah.
Let's see. Here you go, bro.
Oh, dude,
20 bucks.
I don't have 20 bucks.
20 bucks, come on.
I don't have my wallet.
You don't have your wallet.
And you wrote Jim.
All right, 10 bucks.
I think people understand that Kylie is out here signing autographs with one arm.
With one. You don't believe it?
You know how difficult that is?
Like, my hand's coming off and everything. I'm working so hard.
Small and tiny, it's falling right off.
Such a small beat.
Can you even grasp how hard that is to sign with one arm? I mean,
It's honestly like so hard.
playing through pain.
It is.
Playing through pain.
I know.
Damn slime balls. What are you doing?
Also, don't forget you get your...
New slime ball shirt!
No, that's not what we're gonna say.
I was going to say get your Looks That Kill shirt, but also you should bedazzle out the Thrill Billy because, ew.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. And that jersey. Oh, look at that banner. It's almost like that banner jersey. It's almost like girls are over it or something.
Something like that.
Top sellers or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Oh, boy.
Top seller, so bad they had to get a new one in a new color.
Ew.
NationalWrestlingAlliance.com.
But you got it right.
By the book, by the book. If you find yourself doing wrong, you won't get off the hook. By the book. If you think that we're just gentlemen, then brother, you're mistook. Some boys like their cold ones, some boys like their two. Well, I can tell you that's not what those Cazana boys will do. Mama's homemade biscuits, like only she can cook. It's sad, it's kind of steady, and leads us by the book. By the book, by the book. If you find yourself doing wrong, you won't get off the hook. By the book, by the book. If you think that we're just gentlemen, then brother, you're mistook. Some boys will two-step and some boys will fight, but only gentlemen make the choice that's truly right. It's not up for discussion, so take a good hard look. The answer to your question is sitting in the book. By the book, by the book. If you find yourself doing wrong, you won't get off the hook. By the book, by the book. If you think that we're just gentlemen, then brother, you're mistook. Find yourself doing wrong, you won't get off the hook. By the book, by the book. If you think that we're just gentlemen, then brother, you're mistook.
What is up, you beautiful people? This is Gary Horne. This is the NWA, the show celebrating the past, present, future, history, legacy, and tradition of the greatest pro wrestling entity of all time. Of course, we're talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. And I was just sending out a tweet.
I feel that. I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning, and I still got a list of shit to do. So tweet and everything like that. Gary Horne, nice to see you.
I told all the guests to show up after 7:15. I don't know if Papa Joe passed that along to his sons, but I said,
there's no communication.
First 5 to 10 is Kyle therapy. Then we got to get the shop in.
Yeah.
Then we can get to the guests.
Well, you know what? Part of Kyle therapy is the problems that these Cazanas cause in my life. I mean, listen, the communication's just not there. We've got one in the waiting room because he apparently didn't listen to Papa Joe. Look, he shook his head no.
I mean, it's up to you. We can bring him on.
He's got to follow those community guidelines. He was putting up some fingers you shouldn't put up.
And I could tell you, I was talking to Gary in the hotel lobby this weekend because, ladies and gentlemen, we had a hell of a time hanging out in Forney, Texas. You're going to get to see that as time progresses in NWA Power, which is Tuesdays at 6:05. Although this was filled into me, unless you're in Texas, then it's at 5:05 on X.
That's how time zones
Tuesday. I know time zones.
That's how time works.
And Gary said, you know what? A lot of people, they don't like the way that we don't talk about the NWA on this show, which confuses me because I segue everything to the NWA. I literally segue everything just like I just did. And speaking of segues, ladies and gentlemen, you could be a part of Power as it happens coming up. It's going to be in Florida. Tampa,
riding on a Segway.
That's right. Off a bridge. 2 Sunday, early time, 2 to 5 p.m. You could be a part of all the action.
Early,
Witness
baby.
Power as it happens. Then you get home,
Really
enjoy the rest of yourself right there, drinking, everything like that. How's everybody doing? We got new merch. NWA merch. See,
we do, but Danny sent me the pictures like 30 minutes ago, and I was
fine.
out.
You can look at my head. That is a pink and blue NWA
Now
Power
this one.
beanie right there.
Oh, I love that.
Now
the Jack Stage shirt. Now the difference is you get it at the live show, which I did. You get the accomplishments of Jack Stain on
the people that bought the on-demand ones. If you bought last week or the week before, right when I was leaving the Dealz house, giant box showed up of them. So I'm going to ship them all tomorrow. Even if I would stay late and packed them, they wouldn't have left today because the postal was already done. So most of you will be getting emails of them shipping out tomorrow.
There's stuff we'll have on future weeks. Exodus with like Kylie Page promoting the beanie, which is way cooler than Kyle. But Kyle's
there's that new sweatsuit. Kyle's the most practical because he's bald. We need something to keep the head warm. Got a new sweatsuit.
Fair point.
Oh, we gotta get that sweatsuit. Oh, he just ducked out when I made fun of his hair. Oh my gosh.
Who's that?
Yeah, Kyle's like, screw you.
No, I'm doing payroll stuff.
And
right
your
here.
delicious hair.
You know
Oh no!
hilarious?
It was
I'm not gonna
specifically
say any
the
real
one
name.
Kyle is wearing.
Yeah, this one here, you can get it. Smells just like me, which is delicious. Joe, you're gonna get a text from me in a little bit because there's a name on here.
Yeah,
I
Kyle.
don't know who the hell this person is.
Look at it.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah,
I
that's
I
good.
put that on my body. Is that the same material as the warm-up pants as like the joggers are that we have now, the black joggers?
Close. It's a little thinner, but it's because it's a
I
soft.
like it better thin.
That's
It's a soft
perfect. Yeah,
material.
because
It's
that's
better
what I was
where it's
asking
better.
about.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Chat, do you like a lot of warmth on your legs or just a little bit of warmth on your legs? This is pants talk because it's not talking about
Kyle
NWA.
Kyle
enough.
peed his
Yes,
pants.
it is. We're talking about
I need hot
power.
hair. My thighs I like to be cold, but my calves must be warm.
But
It's
I'm
very
in-
difficult.
Yeah, but I'm in the lab working on things.
Somebody told me this weekend
what you
also
said.
that they
You're
oh,
ex-
God, I wish I was in focus. It'd be great. Somebody told me this weekend also that they appreciate the subtle things I say that nobody ever seems to hear that are funny. So I appreciate that.
Because we're not
But,
listening.
And if you want to hear all the subtle things that Gary says, you want to follow him on the Cinema Shock podcast right now. They're talking about Blair Witch
I feel
Project.
like we're
the
on
most
it with all
recent
this
episode.
shocking stuff around us.
Yeah. What can I
Zap,
say?
Zap, zap.
Is that a Texas?
And also,
thing?
he's got a whole special thing where you can subscribe and you can listen to extended episodes and everything else.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
gonna plug
Cinema
the
Shock
shit out of
Plus.
Gary Horne. Yeah.
Is that a Texas thing with the live stream? Because somebody said that to me in the lobby. Oh, I enjoy the Monday show, and that's the only time anybody's ever said it to me. We've been doing the show for like 2 or 3 years. The only time anybody's ever said I enjoy the Monday show was Texas.
Well, I told Kyle in Texas, I
And that
heard
was my wife.
I appreciate the things you say that nobody seems to get, that are just like subtle, just under the radar. And then also somebody told me that they were like, you guys don't talk about the NWA very much. And then it always seems like Gary is trying to keep Kyle and Joe on track.
It's right here.
That's what I heard.
Right
and yet I'm constantly plugging it, so I guess they don't.
I think that
It's
Kyle
right here.
legitimately does like he tries to put over the show.
We
I
do.
have
Talks about
4
power.
merch things.
We get off track on occasion, but
You know
yeah,
what we need to do? We
get-
just need to not talk about anything but professional wrestling and headlocks. NWA Power is this Tuesday, 6:05 p.m.
Hi.
Eastern.
5 things.
Joey G's even got
Carson Drake is our
He can
TV
get deals
champion. That is brand specific as well. Danny Dealz does commentary, as does Joe Galli on the show. That is
6
brand specific.
things.
Gary, you made this happen by conveying this. Gary runs our social media for the National Wrestling Alliance. So he's
7
not on our-
things.
Hey, I also
No,
bring
I don't have
everything.
any more by me.
I also bring everything we use, but the
8 things.
Huh?
There we go. Ah, damn it. You know what? You're right. I had one of these. Damn it.
Alex Misery's outside. It's weird.
Yeah.
He's been there all
Alex
afternoon.
Misery was on my
Yesterday,
plane
the lights
coming
off.
back this weekend. I sat next to him, and then Bobby Fish sat next to us. It was very odd. There was so many people in Talon for Dallas, unexpected, including of all people. You want to know a weird thing? The main event of the first show I ever worked in professional wrestling was Kenta and Bryan Danielson in the main event
Okay,
at the
my
show I worked,
bookshelf.
and Kenta was right in front of me, just walking on the airplane. And I was like, I leaned into Misery and I said, that dude was the main event when I first day I started in professional wrestling. Life's weird.
Robert is one of your cousins, is he not, Kyle?
I got so many cousins. Anyway, thank you, David, for saying that I'm good at it, and I plugged the product. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep later on tonight, and you don't have to cry yourself to sleep because you can have plenty of energy. Because Sunday, February 2nd, it's an early show, 2 to 5 p.m. at WEDU Studios in Tampa, Florida. Be a part of the action. Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com. You can see your tickets on there, or just go to NWA Live Events. And if you want merchandise, Danny Dealz is right there. Gary, what do we want to do? We want to do merch. We want to do live events. We want to do power. What do we want to do first?
I think what we should do is we should just
Leave
go
the
and bring
guests
on
in
our
the chat.
guests so they don't have to. Yeah, I was gonna say we'll bring on our guests so they can just be a part of the rest of the show. I think they fit right in. And the people probably signed up to join for our guest tonight. You saw the music video right at the top of the show here. Yeah, buy the book. So let's just bring them on because we've got Papa Joe and we've got AJ Cazana here.
Casey
AJ
does not have a phone, so
Whitcart.
Casey
Oh.
cannot.
Oh, look, he's got a football.
Yeah, we have an
Where?
NWA football.
How
Yeah,
can you
see?
see it already? I can't see
I
it.
think he's
look at that.
streaming in on a potato.
Joe's got an
AJ
NWA hat
Cazana
on.
is in hell.
The
I just
Not-
wait,
not
stop.
yet.
I got one question. Why don't you guys promote the NWA more?
I got the
mean-
book. Is this the book?
That's the wrong book, Gally. That's the
What?
wrong book.
Ah,
Hey, Exodus is booing you, Papa Joe.
Hornbaker's a great author.
Exodus said boo.
Piss on Exodus. That's the
Whoa.
book.
Wait.
I don't
Are you
go
sure?
too
Quick.
That book's
quick,
legit too.
tag
I
me
looked
in.
through it.
Tag me in.
This one? No?
It looks like a Nosferatu.
No,
book.
not that book either.
Misery's
Yeah.
buying it.
How about this one?
Yeah, that's it right there. That's a good
All
book.
right, I got it.
See
That
That's a hat in the
book I've
background.
read.
Welcome to Spite. That's what this episode's going to be called.
Super chat.
No, the
It should
100
Oh,
say-
we got a super chat. The last episode of Power was fire.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, Shamar. We got to get a clip of Shamar up there.
All right.
Now
let's
pretty
get
well.
back to
Shamar is who did our split off the top rope. So if you missed that,
I actually just texted
You
you.
said hour, like we all did it. We all
I
did
actually
it off the
just
top rope.
texted you.
Oh, yeah.
So hit me
No, I
back
did.
up if you're listening to this right now.
I 100% did not do the split off the top rope. But the last episode of Power was fire.
Forney was fire.
Forney was fire.
Yeah.
You guys had a good night there. That was good.
Everybody had a good night there. Well, they not many, but we did.
It went from everybody to not many.
Well, you need to promote the NWA more.
Everybody. Well, about 3 people.
Listen, Texas was we everybody. It was good down there. No, a lot of travel problems, but we got there.
Great crowd. Great show.
Oh yeah. Great
fantastic matches, and I can't wait for everyone here to see those on upcoming episodes of NWA Power. And if you want to get in on things and know what's happening before they happen, you got to see these events live. We've got plenty of things coming up. We already talked about Tampa, Florida, and then coming up in Forney, Texas. Later on in the year, we're going to have another show coming up, but you got to keep your eye out on that. Dothan, Alabama, next on the agenda. That one's going to be up there. Go to NWALiveEvents.com. And of course, are we going to announce this yet? Either way, we're going to be in the East Coast coming up and for a very special major show. I don't know. Maybe a Liberty Bell will be involved. Who knows?
Oh, there's your tip.
Well, you just gave it away with that one.
No, nobody listens to me. Nobody cares. It's fine. But you know who does care? People care about the U.S. Tag Team Champions. These gentlemen are not only country, they are champions. That man up there has made an entire family of people with gold. In fact, not only are the championship belts around their waist, but the championship caliber territory is in the book as well. NWA JCP, gentlemen. Let's be honest here, real talk. Instead of us all being all aggressive and stuff like that, how many years has NWA JCP been around? Give us a little backstory for the people.
Well, we go back to 2009.
Yes.
I did one show in 2009.
Counts, baby.
It was for the big guys football coach, and we put a show together, and then we took a hiatus, and I worked a regular job and came back in 2016 and did a show for KC's football coach, and we've been going ever since. So really, 2016 we took off. Even did one show through the pandemic. Shh, don't tell anybody. But we did. And
Knoxville didn't acknowledge the
I just like you're worried Joe Biden's going to kick your door open right now.
yeah,
what are you doing?
Joe Biden doesn't even know what world he lives in.
I was going to say what year, but that's beside the point.
There you go. But that first show was really, really cool. We had a lot of fun with it. Had a lot of had a lot of big stars on that show. But yeah, we've been going strong since. Well, honestly, JCP wasn't even JCP. Then the show didn't even have a name. It was just called "Hey, Professional Wrestling."
I thought it was Tennessee Mountain.
So it was professional wrestling, and then we became JCP. AJ, when did we become JCP? Oh, he's frozen.
He's not frozen. He was thinking.
I see he's the thinker.
We can't hear him either.
You can't hear me for
Yes,
some reason.
it was JCP maybe in 2019, and then we become NWA JCP. So, hey, we've been around a little while.
Joe, I was walking around in Forney and I saw this happen. What is the story with that?
Oh, doggone. Ohio State and Eric Smalls, they love each other. And I'm a big major Tennessee fan. Everybody knows that. And we had a bet on the Ohio State-Tennessee game. And who'd have thought Tennessee was going to go get their ass handed to them by them? So I had to take a picture while he was wearing that stupid set of bib overalls. So there you go. Yeah.
Hey, now.
Hey, Gary, thank you so much for bringing that back to my attention.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I can hear you rustling around, AJ. I don't know.
Can you hear me now, Gary? Here, I'll take the headphones.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you there. Yeah.
I've been talking to you guys this whole time, and then one of you acknowledged me, and
we couldn't hear you.
Well, that's
you weren't moving either.
That's how I feel on the show most of the time. So welcome to the party. They probably thought you were me. So that's it.
Gary, AJ,
If we're all angry, we can all just cancel the show. It's fine.
Shut up, Kyle. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I don't got time for jokes.
Carson said you're afraid to stay at the same hotel he's at, even AJ. So he said, I'm just saying, I'm going to read what's in the chat.
That's funny. No, Carson Drake's a home wrecker. He split up our hotel room. It's on him. All right.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
So apparently he has some kind of lawyer man or something that draws up.
Can I tell you? He actually said he misses having you as a road buddy.
Yeah, because I'm awesome.
It wasn't him that caused that. It was me because somebody else did something.
I'm sure.
One of the slime balls had an issue, and I had to make sure it was fixed. That's all.
Slime balls have
AJ
issues
is
anyway.
very. His shoulders are broader than mine.
So hard, I'll activate them androgen receptors in your head. You'll start growing hair.
Throwing heat
Oh
on
my
the-
God! Could you do that? Could you do that? By the
Although
way,
my
favorite
wife
Cazana is
did.
about to
My
join
wife
us.
did say she thought AJ was attractive. So
Look at these things.
I'll keep it to that. She thinks he looks like me. So we'll
I'm
Got a
here.
thing for slow guys with beards.
Oh,
Good
dear
to know.
God in heaven. Look who's here.
I'm here.
Y'all be like somewhere near each other enough to like shit.
Is that bubble gum?
What's happening here? I thought you were a family.
And he's chewing bubble gum.
We don't
What,
live at the
someone-
same house.
Someone's got to run the School of Morton, and it's got to be me. Ain't no because Carrie and Ricky can't do it. Got them. Boom, roasted.
That was hot fire.
Take
Yeah,
care,
that's
Carrie
good.
Morton.
We appreciate you showing up, even though you're having to run a school. That's kind of.
It's all right. The world champion Kinsey Page is in there doing it. We'll be all right.
All right. Why is
Oh,
Casey
we should have
skipping
put her
school?
on instead of you.
Can I just point out
Hey,
that when
hey,
I'm
Deal-
not
Deal,
trying
nobody
to leave
asked
the
you.
show, this is what happens.
Oh, now Dealz has got the fans out there talking about KC skipping school.
Well, he's just asking.
Misery wants a piece of you, KC.
Well, Alex Misery, you can't get a match with KC because he would whip you up one side of the ring and down the other. He'd stop that flip flop and flying that you do, son. That's why. So get yourself a partner and come on, and we'll beat you all up too.
That feels like that needs to get booked on
JC, I
JCP.
ran with a mustache because of you, by the way. I'm trying to be cool. I want to be like you.
That is a very full-looking mustache, like a legit mustache.
it's coming through.
Made of hair.
Yeah.
It's made of hair. How
Yeah,
about
Danny
that,
Dealz.
Dealz?
It's not a
How
Sharpie.
about that, Dealz? It's made.
I was
of
gonna say
hair.
he's got it covered up with a beanie right there, but he's got
I'm
the
just
hair
saying,
flowing
If
out
my
too. Like
therapist
his
here,
hair's
brother showed up with a mustache. That's all I was saying.
It looks like AJ's frozen again. Man, do they not have
No,
good
AJ's not
services?
frozen.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, they have bad Wi-Fi in hell.
I took it.
You're frozen.
So we're sitting here, we're talking about tag teams, and now Alex Misery hops up again, and he said, "Oh, now he's going to get Rick. Well, you might as well get Ric Flair. He's 112 years old. You know, bring him on.
No,
I think I
that's
can
not
handle
Alex
him.
said.
Misery loves company. You better watch out. He's going to get.
Alex
tag
just
team
said
partners
he's going to
coming
get
after him.
some people he knows.
Just find a partner, and we'll put the belts on the line. No big deal.
Oh,
I mean,
KC
just
could
another
handle
night of y'all.
Lance feud.
Just another. Well, first of all, Alex
Why do they
Misery
think
needs to
so
find a
close?
partner. They need to win some matches. Then they need to come step to us.
Okay. All right. There it is, Alex. He has given you the blueprint, the path.
Yeah.
Get a partner, win a
Just
couple
like,
matches.
just like all the tag teams out there. Get yourself some wins. Then you can step to us. Until then, keep your mouth shut and know your role. And I coined that phrase. Actually, I borrowed that phrase. So there you go.
All
Well,
right.
speaking
And if
of
you want a
competition
shot
and
at
people
the,
getting partners, yeah, you do.
You want a shot at the United States Tag Team Champions, your next best chance to do it. As an NWA Power TV tapings that are taking place on February 2nd, the champs will be there.
Whoa.
So will you? It's NWALiveEvents.com to get your tickets there. If you can't make it there, well, Hard Times 5 is your next shot on March 22nd, back in Dothan, Alabama.
You're on the poster. Look, guys, you're right there,
As we should be.
right
They are
behind
there.
him.
Look at our champion right up top in the middle of the sunshine. That's cool.
That's
You know,
true.
your
Yeah.
champion tomorrow night on NWA Power has a match against
Oops, sorry. I screwed it up.
Super chat.
Mr. Grimm, ladies and gentlemen, Thrillbilly Silas Mason. He is not only part of the Southern Six, but you heard it as well. He's the NWA JCP heavyweight champion. He is a man who is not to be messed with. However, Mr. Grimm, well, he thinks he could do it. By the way, give the fans a real 74 rules match stip while the gents are champs. Wrestling as it meant to be. Fans will love it. All right, well, NWA 75 just happened a while back. Then we had 76. Now we're going on.
I'm thrown off by the 74.
So what is the 74?
Rules in the book, son.
Yeah, he's talking about. Yeah,
I was like, I'm thinking anniversaries because Joe put up the 74 cup, and I was like, whoa! Spoiler alert: NWA 77 is happening this year.
You thought you hit a time.
That's actually that's a fun idea, though. You have to go through it. You have to, has to be by the book. Like a by the book tag team championship.
So it's like playing the WWE video games to unlock things. You have to do 74 different things during the match in order to win it.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that. But I do know about tag team competition. And these gentlemen right here keep on talking about somebody like Alex Misery needs to get a partner, but there are plenty of tag teams in the National Wrestling Alliance that can be coming after the U.S. tag team titles, and some of them will be in action tomorrow night on the X account that the NWA has. It's Power. Like these individuals, we have the miserably faithful duo of Judas and Gags the Dip taking on Talos and Daisy Kill. Gentlemen, you have a history with almost everybody in the brand, but Daisy Kill and Talos have been a team that have been kind of synonymous with the United States tag team titles as well. Your thoughts?
Boys, what do you take it?
Well, they're the only other two-time U.S. tag team champions that exist, so of course they should be in a shuffle somewhere somehow, but yeah, they're
also
big,
in
bad,
action,
bougie, whatever they call themselves. But
in
they don't
action
have a tag
also.
team name. How much of a tag team are they really? You know.
Well, speaking of tag team names, you want to talk about tag teams? What about the Slime Balls versus the Fixers? The Fixers also former United Tag Team champions.
You got the crap balls out there. First and foremost, we've already put an end to them. Then you got the Fixers, and we've already put an end to them. So they don't even need to be in the mix for anything. They need to have a competition to see who goes to the buffet first or who slimes it first.
The Slime Balls are like your arch nemesis, aren't they?
We have no arch nemesis.
All right.
We are our own arch nemesis.
Because they represent
just cholesterol.
I mean, look at all the arch nemesis that Kyle's got in his office right here. What a collection of superheroes.
Yes, what can I say? Speaking of superheroes, we also have this match tomorrow night on Power. It's Pretty Empowered versus Caribbean Flow. And, of course, these two young ladies in Pretty Empowered, you guys know a thing or two about them as, let's face it, your NWA brand has had them both throughout it, constantly. In fact,
well, I can tell you right now,
I was going to say super chat.
Kylie Page is the queen of the territories, period. End of story. Nobody any better. Nobody's better.
Well, give it a second for Joe to say something so we can acknowledge what he's saying.
No, he didn't pay $5.
Yeah, read it.
Buy the book. Carson wife gives him no more nook. You needed one more stanza.
We're going to get DJ Khaled on the remix.
Burr, burr, burr.
Another one.
Holiday season.
Well, I will say, not since Pretty Empowered has any team brought in as much money as the Southern Gentlemen are bringing in by Super Chat.
Who the hell are the Southern Gentlemen, Gary?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the Country Gentlemen.
Oh, my God, Gary.
Huh?
Yeah, Gary, it's
the Country Six?
That's great.
Epic fail.
It's the future love affair with the Six, I guess.
Thrill Billy and AJ together are the Southern Gentlemen. There we
go. He has
the
Southern Six on his mind.
Well, they did protect you in Chicago, right, Kyle? You were at a concert with them in Chicago. Did they not protect you?
Yes, they did. They're great men, and they're also very intimidating, far more intimidating than I. And that's why I know AJ could kill me if he wanted to with his bare hands. And I'm so glad that he hasn't yet, because he's actually very angry. And I'm always waiting to get backhanded by him.
Did you know that Kylie Page's first match post her injury is this Saturday against Tiffany Nieves for the NWA Exodus Women's Championship?
Yes, and Exodus Pro needs to give Kylie the respect she deserves because she's the NWA JCP Women's Champion, and I have yet to see that on any of their advertisement. And this title here means every bit as much, if not more, than the Exodus Women's Championship. Plain and simple.
You know what you got to do?
Interesting, Exodus.
Reach
Why
out
don't
and
you
complain.
mention that Kylie is the NWA JCP Women's Champion?
Joe's
texting them right now, asking for a graphic change.
We've got some territory heat going on. We've always got some territory heat with
Exodus Pro.
Deals, there has to be competition before there's heat. And Exodus poses no competition.
Whoa!
Hey, yo, they're a gang, dog.
Well, Exodus said she came
straight
with
up
the title at
gang.
the last show.
She was
I
literally
understand that
holding.
I understand that she walked in with the gold last time, but you've not acknowledged one time since she is making her comeback that she's the champion. Well, she's the queen of the territories. Plain and simple. Next question.
Interesting. Some territory heat. We're gonna need.
I
to
told
get
you,
that
you got to
back.
be competitive to have heat, Gary.
Is it any surprise that East Tennessee is so well represented across the National Wrestling Alliance, across the territories, NWA Power proper? You know, is it a surprise?
It's not a surprise.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
no, I'm
hearing
not
you guys
surprised.
agree with
I've been to a JCP show. They're great. Everybody there's talented. It's
You've never been to a
it's
Crossfire
no
show.
wonder. I have not been to a Crossfire.
I
show.
have.
You're right about that.
Yeah, I have
I've
too.
been to Crossfire. It's a great show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to a Crossfire show. I'm just saying.
Kylie and Kenzie, they put on a great show. Up there.
Some jabroni said if Exodus Pro ever got a weekly show, then it's game over. Well, if he's smart enough to tune into NWA JCP every week, he'd already know that there's a top territory here, no matter what EC Carter says. Okay, cool, got it. All right,
I think the country
I'm going
gentlemen
to go back
should
to not
challenge
talking
those,
and freezing again.
The country gents should challenge those tag team champs they have at Exodus. I think that'd be good.
That's not a problem whatsoever. They can come to Tennessee anytime they want to. We sure as hell ain't going to Cleveland.
You know what? If we do a return to the territories show this thing, I think that should be one of the main matches.
Back
It
to
should
the
all be well, we're returning to back to the territories. That's
let's call it that. Returning to back to the territories. That's definitely something we would do.
It rolls right off the tongue.
Something we would call.
Shamar, check your text
Returning
messages.
once again to
One more time, back to the territories.
one more again. OMG, back to the territory.
Yeah, I think every match should be a territory versus territory match.
No, that's not a bad idea at all.
That's a
Yeah, that's
horrible
true.
idea.
No, it's not a horrible idea.
They said there's a problem.
Exodus
We
is the
want
problem.
AJ versus KC and a loser banned from NWA JCP for life. Can you book it, Joe?
Let me be in that match. I will gladly be in the match.
You're the
I'll
ref.
ban myself.
The ref, double count out. You're out.
Here's a question: since the country gentleman is such a male-centric group, if there was someone to be adopted from the NWA roster to be a Cazana, who would that be from the female persuasion?
Well, answer it, boys. Just don't sit there like a couple of.
You got to mean adopted, Kyle. I don't want no kids.
I mean, I don't
KC, open your mouth.
You said that right as Joe grabbed his daughter. I don't want no kids.
Talk. Who would you think, Casey? I mean,
who? I don't know. I don't care.
He's saying if you added a woman to the country men of gentleness.
Yeah.
From the NWA
We
roster.
wouldn't be the country gentlemen if there's a woman in our group.
Well,
would it be Big Mama Cazana, or would it be like?
It could be Big Mama.
La Princesa
solid.
Cazana. Why did I say it like that? La Princesa Cazana.
That's a
Kylie Cazana. That
I
has a
would
nice
think
ring
it would
to
be
it.
Kylie Cazana, but none of the three of them came to that conclusion, which is really concerning to me. Is it a bad feed? Is that it? Can nobody
Is
hear
that
each
what it
other?
is?
Or they're
Maybe
big-
Natalia
I just
Cazana.
get so damn tired of hearing your voice, I block it out. That's usually what happens.
No, they're not going to use Markova. Jesus Christ. In the South, no.
No.
You don't think so?
No, not you're yeah. Honestly,
I'm
I
trying to think of our female roster right now.
Brian Idle and Drag. Gotcha.
I would think it'd have to be a Tennessee girl.
I mean, then you got Kylie and Kenzie. That's about the only two that I know. I mean, I'll adopt the world champion. I'll adopt our territory champion. Either one.
I'll adopt a damn territory champion.
I just plug my head in there and ask Kenzie what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have Big Mama.
Maybe-
to the group. She
Now,
seemed
I
like
bet if you took
Big Mama don't live
if you
in
asked
Tennessee, boys.
Kinsey if she wanted to be a Cazana for one night only and take on the Exodus women's champion,
Cincinnati's like
Tiffany
North
Neves.
Kentucky anyway, right? So what's the difference?
Yeah, that's where she is in Cincinnati. I mean, she represented JCP at the territory show.
There you go.
So I
and
mean,
the big tag at the end.
Yeah. Well, you know,
because Tiffany aligns more with Exodus. She's got their belts.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, I got all the respect in the world for Tiffany. I really, really do. She's good at what she does, and she's got a great attitude about it, and she believes in herself. So that's really cool. And God, did I babyface that big time?
You sure did. She has confidence.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have, because Kylie's going to whip her this weekend anyway. But yeah, Tiffany's a good champion. Can she stand toe to toe with Kylie Page? Not on her best day. The same thing goes for any other territorial male champion. Can they stand toe to toe with the Thrill Billy? Oh God, no. Name me one that could, and don't say Smooth, because there's no way.
PB Smooth? That brother,
No, he's a big dude, but Thrill Billy's the largest man that's ever lived. So,
by the way, Big Mama says she's down with that. So there you go.
Big Mama, what?
She said that sounds good to her or something.
Like a punchline to an old joke. Big Mama, what?
It's in here somewhere. I don't know.
Odinson can kill Thrill Billy. I've also seen the Immortals mission.
Asgard's best day. No, sorry.
I've even seen stuff about the in the chat here about people asking when the Immortals get a shot at the U.S. tag titles again.
They've had 1,000 shots at every title out there. Why do they deserve one?
Quality of competition.
Seriously.
Papa Joe, do you think you guys deserve a shot at the World Tag Belts?
We have stuff on Angry Lemonade.
Do you think you deserve a shot at the World Tag Belts?
Well, if you want to go buy the book, Danny, and if you want to go traditional NWA, which is what we're supposed to be, the U.S. Tag Team Champions are the number one contenders. Okay. Period. End of story. There's nobody that should be the number one contenders except us. Have we gotten a shot yet? No. And whatever. But we're the number one contenders. Period.
You got to take that up with somebody.
Well, I mean, we can take it up with somebody all day long, but when it boils down to is the champs.
What do we have to do? What's Dad got to do to take this up with somebody? Run for president of the NWA in 2025? Maybe bring
I know a guy who's president of the NWA.
Wrestling Alliance.
That's perfect.
Running for office in the NWA could be hazardous to your health, all right?
Speaking of which, the NWA president, William Patrick Corgan, will have a major announcement this week on Power. Tune in tomorrow on the X account, airing exclusively 6:05 p.m. Eastern time, or whatever time zone you're in. Just subtract that from the 6:05. Anyway.
See, right here, this
one that said AJ Cazana can put with me. You need to highlight this comment. It says AJ Cazana can put Thrill Billy to glue factory. You know what that means, don't you?
You're stuck to him?
No, it means I can kill him and send him to the glue factory like a horse, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
And as we said, Thrill Bill will be in action tomorrow night on Power against Mr. Grimm. Will his future be grim? You're going to have to tune in to find out.
Hey, I will tell you this, though. If Mr. Grimm can possibly beat the Thrill Billy, which, again, is highly doubtful, then I will be more than happy to have that contract signing in JCP anytime.
Maybe he should use a bag of rocks, just like Hollywood Haley J has used before in matches. And this week, you'll see her in action against Lily La Pescadita Ruiz. And let me tell you, I found out that means little fish, because Danny Dealz,
I was coming there. I was right behind you.
He speaks Spanish, and he says it every time he hears the name. Alex Taylor in the chat. Thrill gonna get you. AT, of course.
I will get you.
There's a guy who is someone that any territory should have on every show. Alex Taylor, NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Well, based on the fact that he's
I can drop some news flash right here if you guys are ready for this.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. That's what we're here for.
Will be in Decatur, Tennessee at Heartbreakers and Troublemakers NWA Joe Cazana Promotions on Friday, February 7th. There's your first big news drop.
Friday,
I don't even have a
February
graphic
7th.
for it.
What a name.
Heartbreakers and Troublemakers, baby.
This is the first I'm hearing of this name.
I like
You're
it.
Yeah, can we get
Listen, dude, when you get to the
graphics and
creative
stuff on the
office,
website?
come call
I'm
me,
just
okay?
saying.
Until then,
Hold on. Can we get a graphic and a poster so we can put it on
Yeah,
their website?
I know,
Like
right?
Joe
Yeah, I got
just
the
asked?
Well,
poster.
they'll,
Here's
they'll,
the
they'll have
deal.
one. I
And a link
asked
to
about
pick
it
it.
today.
We use the same poster guy that Exodus Pro uses, and he told me that he has to work on one of their posters before he gets to ours. Now, he's
Whoa.
good at, I like him, so I try
This
to
is
give him
real
a bit
talk.
of the doubt, and I was like, dude, I said, we'll burn Exodus to the ground. But
Now we know where the
he's
heat's
like,
coming.
okay, I'll get you yours done. So we're good. He's good. We're good. But yeah,
Bobby.
Yeah, but they go real hard for sure. Not that one. We're gonna do begin again.
Now that's one thing I'll say about yeah.
The fall. What are we calling this? Something, huh? I can dig
Haley
Haley
J in the country gentleman.
That dude knows what he's doing when it comes to these posters. He did a great job on the last one we had, and I'll give him all the props in the world. Viper does a great job.
Wait till you see this.
I like to think that there's some guy inside a School of Morton getting the hell beat out of him by Kenzie
There
Page
is.
because Casey's not in there to like break it up. Like they were like, just go for like till I get back.
I'm watching through the window, and it's pretty great.
Heartbreakers, huh? Heartaches.
Heartbreakers and troublemakers. I don't
Joe,
know
you
about
bringing Charlie Long in? He's
who?
Old Knoxville wrestling. Doesn't matter. He was in the Heartaches.
Oh, Ravishing Rocker Keith Hart. Which one you talking about?
Bring them all.
That was nobody can find Keith.
No.
Now, Ravishing Rock I talk to from time to time, but nobody knows where Keith is.
Isn't he? He's probably in Etowah.
Let's
see, Tammy got it.
Listen, Danny, I used to speak to Etowah and Nyota just hoping that he'd pull me over, and it never worked. So,
Tommy got the reference. I was talking about the Heartaches. Never mind.
yeah, the Heart, yeah.
This is throwing me off with Tommy because that does not look like Tommy in that picture.
That's senior.
That's the Papa. That's senior.
Yeah, that's
oh,
Papa
that's the
Henry.
Papa.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Wait a second. Is that the Tommy Henry I know?
No, that's what we just said.
We were just saying that.
That's
No,
the
that's
scene.
what's confusing me. You said that's the Papa.
I think you can't have the beanie over the headphones, dog.
You mean like that's the grandpapa then?
Of the girls, yes.
Girls,
yeah. That's what threw me because I'm like, that ain't the Papa I know. That's the grandpapa. Why
He
does
don't look like
so
a
damn young,
grandpapa.
too? Why does that whole family look so damn
He's
young?
a young looking. He's a young looking grandfather. Give the guy a break.
Hey, Papa Jack, when are you going to be a grandpa? When is it going to be grandpa?
Hey, hey,
AJ and KC, let's get going here.
Oh, Papa Joe's a grandpa already.
Okay.
We just don't know where.
Where's that go? On the side?
Back up just a second, Joe Galli. KC is 22 years old, and I don't allow him to
United
date
States
yet.
Tag Team Champion, by the way.
What, it doesn't work down there? Come on now. That's
You
plenty.
throw that out there.
I'm not.
I mean, Blue Chew sponsors every other podcast. Do we need to get that for you?
Hey, listen, please, let's hold this to wrestling and not
Put a
children.
pin in it.
I mean, we work with children anyway, so let's not talk about having kids.
Okay. Now you know.
Not
We're
everybody
just trying to
wants
build
be-
the faction. That's
Hey,
all. We're building.
there's some-
We're building.
hey,
the faction.
Listen,
I
by the
think right
time,
now, we're-
these two have kids, I'll be dead.
Look,
York-
we're just looking for some third generation talent here. I mean, there's some good
come on,
genes in
They
that
got-
class. So
they are
look at the
third
basis,
generation talent, Danny.
I'm graduated.
You know,
I mean, said fourth generation.
we're building for the future here. You know.
The future is now, Danny. The future is now.
All right. Don't get hot. All right.
Seniors
Props
right
where it's
to
due.
grade,
Ryan in the chat saying that he enjoyed KC versus EC3.
I made
That was a clinic.
I made him tap out. Watch it straight. Made him tap out.
You made EC3 tap out.
Watch it. I made
Watch it.
an arm drag.
You made a tap out with an arm drag?
I have the
On
tape.
home drag.
I have
That's
the tape.
impressive.
He tapped out 3 consecutive pitches back.
Well, just show us on your phone. Just show it to us real quick.
I don't know how to do all that. I'm not,
We ain't got nothing else going on.
It
Yeah,
was
that's-
no. It,
And
it
if
really
you
was
have
good.
nothing going on
Right.
tomorrow night, NWA
Good.
Power is there for you. You can watch it live at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, or You can watch it anytime afterwards. Play catch up as you need to. That's on the official NWA X account, airing at 6:05 p.m. Eastern. And if you don't like dealing with the X and you still want some National Wrestling Alliance, we have plenty of content available on YouTube as well. Go to youtube.com/NWA. Weekly, there are new matches being put up, a best of, and things that you've never seen before. Always something happening on the NWA social media and YouTube account.
And you're right. I went back on that YouTube channel today and I was watching some stuff back. Man, there is lot of matches on there.
And
over
also,
200, I believe now.
Let's get a territory plug in again. NWA Joe Cazana Promotions is currently on YouTube, free for you people to watch on Thursdays at 6:05. Not so you guys don't get confused with times.
No. 6 o'clock. We don't go 6:05.
We're at 6 even. Excuse me.
This
Straight
is a
up,
good
6
idea.
o'clock.
Perfect. And I would put up the graphic
Spotify.
for your next show to plug that too, but you guys didn't get it to us. But you know who did? Exodus Pro begins January 18th. And also January 24th, 2 days after my birthday. They Not Like Us. NWA Crossfire will be in action as well, ladies and gentlemen. Go to NWALiveEvents.com. Sorry, guys.
We'll be there for that and too.
Do you know what your match is so far? You guys know what you're doing?
Yeah, defending the U.S. tag titles, walking out the U.S. tag champions.
Thank you, ABC Stardust. We are on.
Smacking you so hard, your hair grows back.
Dude, I really wish you could hit me
professionals,
now.
Nola.
I hate being bald.
Get plugged.
Look at a hair transplant.
I'd rather
You
do
said
other
turkey.
types
Look
of
at that.
plugs,
That's my
like
dad.
making sure you know
Oddly
all
enough.
about NWA Live
Oh,
events.
those type of
Get your
plugs.
tickets
I
at
thought we were talking about
NWALiveEvents.com right now.
You know, hey, Kyle, I told you this weekend you're really good at stirring the pot. And boy, did you just stir it a couple of minutes ago. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
You know what?
Wait,
You gotta
what
stir
stirs the pot
especially
the
if you're
most?
stupid,
I
'cause
want to
it is
know.
cold outside, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what won't be cold? The action that'll be happening
God.
February 2nd in Tampa, Florida. Go to NWALiveEvents.com.
Live events.
Live events. I'm just gonna plug, segue.
Here's you a good
Kyle.
segue. This is for
Kyle
Pat
took
Kenny.
it personally that he
Go
doesn't promote
Irish.
Go Irish.
That's right.
I don't know about the Irish, but I do know that once upon a time the Irish had a hard time, and you can have hard time happening. Dothan, Alabama.
No, that potato famine.
I love potatoes, and I'm Scottish, so.
The initial times they were coming over to the country, you know, they weren't treated fairly. Just FYI, Exodus Pro Wrestling is live this Saturday on the NWA's YouTube channel for Begin Again. You can watch that show live for free on YouTube. So, you know, that's going to be good. You're going to get to see Tiffany defend against Kylie Page.
You're going to see
He's trying
Tiffany
to figure out.
lose to Kylie.
Kylie have two belts. Two territories.
Kylie, two
Just like her
belts.
si-
That's
just like her
right.
sister.
YouTube.com/NWA.
But here's another babyface comment. I hope Exodus
No,
has a
it's
hell
just
of a
because
season.
EC3 kissed the boss's butt so much that he got it. That's all.
This
it is.
David says that makes them the #1 territory.
Well, I responded to David's stupid
The only
comment.
reason they're
Just
the number
because
one
both guys like
territory-
crystals doesn't mean he's asking.
No. Wait just a second. I'm going to clear the air now. The only reason Exodus was announced first was because they got an earlier date than we did. That's the only reason. Billy and I were talking about this 2 years ago. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, I just
Well,
broke
let's get JCP on the YouTube. I want to watch
JCP's on the YouTube every single week.
I
There's a
meant
week
on
still
the,
on
like the shows, like the
I'm
big
even
shows.
on a lot of them.
Well, Gary,
I'm
I
on
keep
there
sending
talk-
you clips
Danny
for where in
Dealz
the world
is
on
part
the
of
country coming.
JCP.
You never put that on YouTube.
Wait, what?
Danny, you're a big Danny Dealz is a big part of JCP.
I'm on the show, Gary. I'm talking the whole time.
I know you're on there. I know you have your own YouTube. They're saying because it's on the NWA proper. Like,
Hey, now that was
YouTube,
rude. That was
that's
rude.
what they're saying. I'm just saying.
Exodus Pro too cheap to make their own YouTube account.
And like,
Somebody's drag racing in the back
Maybe.
where
Yeah.
DC is.
Consider it.
Well, he is up in Newport, so
Look at this. JCP has better lighting for the
Boom.
broadcast.
Boom, roasted.
Yeah.
Things are getting real.
Boom. Wait till you see this new setup we got.
Yeah, we got a pretty good new setup.
The gentleman in our creative office came up with this pretty sweet setup. Kind of reminds the NWA or old WCW Saturday Night, a little bit.
I hope that the ring spins.
No.
See,
I was
already
in that ring one
disappointing
time.
already. But you know what's not disappointing, ladies and gentlemen? NWA programming coming to you this Tuesday at 6:05, airing exclusively on X. Go to @NWA on X, and you can watch all the action as it happens. That's NWA X account.
I'm not going to whip Gary. I like Gary.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for taking it easy on
You should
me.
whip Kyle. He's used to it.
I like Gary.
That's right.
And I also like
Misery, I
Danny
can see him
Dealz.
right outside the window
and
right
you,
there.
sir, can
I'm in
get
South
all the
Carolina a
deals
lot
by
right
going
there.
to
Oh my
NWA Shop.
God.
Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop for all the codes, or scan this one right here for you, folks.
Are you
We're in
are
South
you
Carolina.
done?
Country gentleman in South Carolina. I agree, Ryan.
I've been there a few times. We're licensed. We've
Yeah.
defended titles there, I'm pretty sure. And we've been to Augusta, Georgia. We'll be in Augusta, Georgia. We've been all over the world, all over the country.
Have you guys been to Ohio State?
No.
Yeah.
Columbus is
Yeah.
a
Have
toilet
you been to
bowl of
Ohio
town.
State? Listen, who would want to be caught dead in Ohio?
Obviously, Exodus.
I'm not touching. I had a segue, and I'm not going.
Now,
here.
I'm going to
You
tell
guys
you
are just
something.
trying to get me in
Now,
trouble
wait
now.
just a second. Leave that up here for a second, Gary. That last statement that Exodus put out is 100% correct. We ought to do something like that. Somebody sponsor this thing. I got to agree with that statement.
with it.
Then we'll show you who the number one
We're both on
territory
it.
is.
I'm hearing.
I think like a back to the territories could feature more of that too. Like some
Back-
just
Hey, y'all remember when we had those what was
Return to.
the Battle of the Champions or the War of the Champions or whatever it was called?
the Champion Series or something,
Champion
right?
Series. We do something like that with the territories. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, each team is a territory team.
Live on YouTube.
That's a good
Perfect.
idea. I like that.
Perfect.
You make royalty coming up with that, right? That's how it works.
Live on
And I
YouTube.
And then I get 10% of the profits from that show for coming
And
up.
since Joe
Well,
Kyle
you just,
and I
you
are
just
the,
made sure it'll never happen.
Since Joe Kyle and I are the power broadcasters, and we have to be on.
That is true. And I think that the three of you guys should broadcast and call that particular show.
I think you guys should be at all the territories.
I come to you.
I think Galli and Kyle Davis and Danny Dealz, they need to do the show just like they did when we went back to the territories at Carnes High School. It was a great show. They did a good
I don't
job.
want Kyle Davis to step foot in Tennessee again. Thanks.
Oh my
Trust
God.
me, Kyle Davis doesn't want to step foot in Tennessee ever again.
Yes,
Thanks.
he does.
Whoa.
Actually, to be honest with you,
back.
I was driving on the road there, and I was looking at it, and I was looking at the land, and I was looking at the nature and all the things, and I said, this is a very peaceful place to be. And then I started hanging out with the people, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Joe Galli's probably priced out. But,
I was
afford Joe
just
Galli
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Kyle, I own JCP, and you're welcome anytime you want to come.
I know you do, and I actually had a hell of a job. When we were there, they had like a 10-year-old kid who was running his mouth, who was spitting hot fire. That kid, one of the most impressive managers I've ever seen. You can't pay him legally, but very impressive.
I taught him well, right?
There's no
Honestly, all BS aside, that kid gets it. I mean, he really does.
That kid hit me in the head with a tennis racket a couple of times, and here in about 5 years, when he's of legal age, he's getting smacked, just like Kyle.
Freaking Cornette Jr. over here.
Yeah, exactly. And Joe's been here. He came for the big announcement, last year, and did a great job. He and Doc Pritchard did a great job.
That's what I do.
And Dangerous Dan was there with him. Oh, absolutely. We're not bashing East Tennessee. No. KFW's got one of the best territories there are, man. I'm not bashing KFW.
For all of you people that are looking for a little extra life advice, we also like to provide that here on the show, and we prefer to do that if we can before the show goes off the air with a moment of silence.
If you're more concerned about the likes you collect than the lives you affect, well, you're just doing it all wrong. Follow me?
Keep that in mind.
I'm telling you, if he takes that shirt off, people are going to follow him on like an Only Sal thing, because that bro, he was in the lobby at the hotel just hitting poses and stuff. Sal is jacked right now, and you can't see it when he's dressed. Sounds weird, but it's wrestling, so it makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Oh, Shamar with another super chat. Thanks for that, Shamar. Back to the territory. It was so much fun. FTW. Let's not forget about FTW down there. So, yeah, I'd love another Back to the Territories. I think that has to happen in 2025. And
it was actually discussed today on a call.
I was going to say, am I speaking out of turn to say that conversation has happened?
There's a little place where little hints come and things go and stuff like that. So
Hey, listen, last year's territory show was really, really good. I mean, all the territories represented themselves well, and I thought it was a great show. It was a great turnout, and I hope everybody had a good time. Because us people here in Tennessee know how to we know how to party.
Yes, you do. I'm going to keep on saying little random things that somebody will pick up on for another thing about grilled cheese in California. Moving on. Does NWA have any Florida wrestlers?
Well, where's Tomlin?
Oh, my God.
The world's heavyweight champion lives in Florida. Yeah. So, yes.
From England, they live in Florida. Brian Idol, Natalia Markova. The list goes on. Alex Misery lives in Florida. Do you know a fun fact that I found about Alex Misery this week? Alex Misery used to walk to shows because he thought, this will be fun. I'll just grab my skateboard and go myself. He doesn't live near Tampa, and it would take him 9 hours to walk there, he said. And he just, he left to his thoughts. So when he said that, all I could think of is, Gary, watch out. He can make it to your house.
Oh, I assume 100% that when he says he's in my backyard over here, that he really is in my backyard.
That's scary. That's scary. But yeah,
it's scary.
That's a lot. That Florida question was about as dumb as the fact that y'all don't promote the NWA.
Well, you know what's not scary?
Just
coming up, Tampa, Florida. No fear there.
Hold out here.
A special holiday themed power taping. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And you know what is a perfect thing to get those that you love? Tickets to NWA live events. Go to NWALiveEvents.com. It has an early start time. Sunday, February 2nd. It's going to be happening at 2 p.m. Get your wrestling in and then enjoy the rest of the night on a date night with someone you love.
Isn't that Groundhog's Day weekend?
It very well could be. And you know what happens on Groundhog's Day?
What's that,
depending on
Kyle?
what it is, sometimes things repeat and then live and thrive, begin again. NWA Exodus Pro will be on the NWA YouTube channel coming up as well. Go to youtube.com/NWA. And these gentlemen.
Oh, Trevor Murdoch in the chat. Good luck with this. The book can't help you with
He's
us.
been dodging me backstage too, so it's fine. I don't know what I said to offend him. I thought
He
we were
heard you,
friends.
Trevor. They said they're the number one contenders because they're U.S. tag champs. They said, "Where's the title?"
Hey, Trevor's a traditionalist, and he understands that. I guarantee you, he understands that.
I'm just letting him know, you guys.
I got nothing bad to say about the champs. I really don't. I mean, they're great champions. I mean, I got all the respect in the world for Trevor and Knox. I really, really do. But technically, we are the number one contenders.
Yeah,
plain and simple. The book may not help with Murdoch and Knox. They really might not. But you never know what's inside that book. The rules can hurt you, especially if you don't follow them.
all right. KC said you guys were ducking him, Trevor. I'm just reporting the facts here.
That's right. I said that.
See?
Yeah.
You
All
lost
right.
your mind.
All right. We're at the top of the hour. That means this show is over. Thank you to the country gentlemen for hanging out with us for this little
thanks
while.
for
The
having
United
us.
States
About
Tag
time.
Team Champions. This is good. Make sure you check out NWA Power tomorrow at 6:05. And in between now and then, please, I don't know if they have these in Tennessee, but you guys enjoy your gravy cakes, everybody.